Hello everyone, I am Dr. Lipy Gupta and I am a dermatologist at Max Hospitals in Delhi, and I am practicing in South Delhi as well. So today we'll be discussing about a very crucial topic for summers, which is sunscreen usage and how to use it appropriately and how to choose a sunscreen. Now, summers set in and sun tanning and pigmentation, development of sunburn, freckles is something which we commonly see. So what prevents you from all this is a proper use of sunscreen. Now, a market is flooded with different kinds of sunscreens. We have sunscreens which are tinted, matte finish, for greasy skin, gel based. So when you are choosing a sunscreen, the key essential points you should keep in mind is your skin type and your amount of sun exposure, and how do you want to blend your sunscreen with your makeup usage. So if you have an oily skin, you should use a sunscreen which is more matte in finish, and you may prefer using a tinted sunscreen if you want to use it as a cover up, and in addition helps you as a foundation as well. It is also important that if you have a very dry skin, you should use something which is more cream based rather than to use a gel based sunscreen. Besides this, using a sunscreen, it is also important that how you apply it and whether you apply it in a proper quantity. We measure a sunscreen usage with a fingertip unit, in which we use your tip of the finger to measure the appropriate amount of sunscreen quantity which should be used. It should be enough to cover all your face and the exposed areas, and besides this, your sunscreen lasts you only for 3 to 4 hours. So when you apply a sunscreen, it is effective for 3 to 4 hours, and that's an ideal time when you should reapply a sunscreen. Reapplying a sunscreen is important because if you apply a sunscreen, it is not going to give you a protection for more than 3 to 4 hours. So after that, you need to reapply the sunscreen. Besides this, it is also important that you need to wash your face before reapplication, because sunscreen can clog your pores and trigger acneiform eruptions. Also keep in mind that you don't need to use a sunscreen during the evening time, because there is no sun and you should let your skin breathe for this time also. Keep in mind that when you are buying a sunscreen, do check the expiry, as expired sunscreen, the chemical sunscreens which are chemical in nature, there is a degradation. So we would suggest you that you prefer buying a new sunscreen during the summer time. The sunscreen denature over a period of time and may trigger skin irritation and allergy. So it is not advisable that you use a sunscreen beyond the expiry date. Do keep in check the brands which you are using. There are a lot of brands, and investing in a good sunscreen will be really important. If you have a skin type which is sensitive, choosing a sunscreen which is a chemical-free sunscreen will be better. Sunscreens are broadly divided into two kinds, physical and chemical. So choosing a physical sunscreen is good for basically a sensitive skin. For children also, there are sunscreens which are more physical based, which are chemical free. So you can always choose a sunscreen which is a physical sunscreen for children. Also keep in mind that the SPF should be minimum of 30 and above, depending on your amount of sun exposure. So choosing the right sunscreen is essentially important, and I hope you find all this information useful. For any queries, you are free to get in touch with us and feel connected. Stay safe and stay healthy.